Good evening, I'm Tamika Alexander. Thanks for joining us. It is day 4 of the hostage crisis that is going on in Midland City, Alabama, and now more officials are speaking out about the man who is holding the little boy hostage and the bus driver that tried to save him, and when we can expect for this situation to be over. Details in the continuing hostage crisis in tonight's top story at 10. Police, the FBI, and hostage negotiators are at the scene in Midland City. These are images from the command center at the scene earlier today. The suspect, Jimmy Lee Dykes, is holding a 5-year-old boy underground in a bunker that neighbors say is extremely well stocked with food and electricity. Investigators say the gunman boarded a bus on Tuesday and killed the bus driver when he grabbed the boy. Alabama Governor Robert Bentley was at an event in Mobile today, but he took the time to talk about the heroic efforts of the bus driver.
I am so proud of him. He did his job. He protected those children. He stood in their place. And when the demand came to take 2 children, he said no. And he lost his life because of that.
The bus driver's name is Charles Poland. School officials say his quick thinking saved the lives of the other children on the bus. Authorities say there is no reason to believe that the child in the bunker has been harmed. A Jefferson County Circuit Court judge gives an 18-year sentence to a man charged with reckless murder in a fatal crash that killed 58-year-old Deborah Peoples. Friends and family are speaking out about that tragic day and how Peoples will be remembered. WVUA's Travis Leader has a story of a beloved woman by many here in the Druid City.
She loved people. She was always seeking an opportunity to do something, to be of service to someone, to help someone. She was just a well-rounded person.
Deborah Peoples is remembered by family and friends as a devoted teacher, Christian, and mother. One of her daughters says she would make it a priority to stay close to all 4 of her daughters.
Every day my mother would call me, you know, right before I went to bed, or she would call, you know, all 4 of us, my sisters, you know, every day, like when she thought we would get up, and she knew like I had a really early schedule, so she would probably call me about 5:30, 6 a.m., you know, every morning, you know, hey, this is Mom.
Deborah's commitment to family is instilled with her daughters, as all 4 showed solidarity at Friday's sentencing.
We just wanted to ensure that not only did the defendant's family see, but the judge see that, you know, my family, you know, truly, you know, we've lost, you know, a great person.
Friends like Latrell Peoples say Deborah never stopped past retirement. At age 58, she was still substitute teaching, and she was very active at the New Zion Baptist Church in Northport.
She's in our thoughts in so many ways, especially at the church, because she was always looking for ways to make improvements, and I can just see little tidbits of things around the church that was Deborah's idea.
More than 1,000 went to Peoples' funeral in April 2011, but the outpouring of support stretched further.
People that had not been in touch with my mother for years, or had not been in touch with the family for a long time, but they would recall the simplest act that she did that stood out in their memory. And you know, it was very heartwarming just to get the support that we had from our family, from the community, and from people all over the country.
And that was Travis Leader reporting. Peoples was also very close to her 4 grandchildren. In lighter news, Angel Flight volunteer pilots touched down in Northport today. The pilots were in town to drop off Tuscaloosa County local resident 46-year-old Kevin Smith. Smith is a patient at DCH Cancer Center and was recently diagnosed with abdomen cancer. Due to his rare form of cancer, his doctor referred him to have treatments at MD Anderson in Houston, Texas. Thankfully, with the help of DCH Cancer Center, Smith and his family discovered Angel Flight Soars, a nonprofit organization of volunteer pilots who donate their time, plane, and cost of fuel to transport people who are in need of medical treatment. Smith says blessings like these are hard to believe.
All you have to do is look online at what prices are from Birmingham to Houston, and then you still have the hour drive. So to be able to fly in within 5 miles of my house, you know, especially having 4 kids, it's just like, I mean, it's just unbelievable.
It's very rewarding and very satisfying to know that I've got a little bit of skill to do something that can help somebody.
Tomorrow night on the news at 10, hear Kevin's inspiring story about his battle with cancer and the angels who have helped him along the way. And with the start of Black History Month today marks a significant day in our nation's history. Today is National Freedom Day, and it honors the signing of the 13th Amendment. On this day, February 1st, back in 1865, President Abraham Lincoln signed a joint House and Senate resolution. This later became the 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution. The amendment banned slavery in the United States. The color red was a popular choice for many people here in West Alabama and around the nation today, and it was visible at DCH in Northport. Nurses and doctors joined in by wearing red scrubs to work today. According to Janice Neal with DCH Health Systems, over 40.3 million women suffer from heart disease, but only 1 in 5 recognize it as a significant health risk. Neal says heart disease is the #1 killer of women, and wearing red is their way of raising awareness and remembering lives lost to the disease. The entire month of February is set aside for bringing attention to heart disease. Another group of people are seeing red, and it's not for a health cause. Some of Alabama's top Republican officials want to oust the chairman of the Alabama Republican Party. Several of the party's leaders accuse Chairman Bill Armistead of dividing the party. Tomorrow, the Republican Executive Committee will vote on who takes the chairman's spot. Armistead says he still has lots of support and expects to defeat challenger Matt Friddy. Friddy has drawn support from Governor Bentley, Lieutenant Governor Kay Ivey, and House Speaker Mike Hubbard. According to a new Gallup poll, Alabama is the most politically conservative state. 50.6% of Alabamians identify themselves as conservative. North Dakota and Wyoming tied for second, followed by Mississippi and Utah. The rankings come from phone surveys through 2012. The District of Columbia is ranked the most liberal, followed by Massachusetts, Oregon, and Vermont. In Bullock County, residents are now seeing the removal of all storm sirens. County officials say they are removing all 18 sirens due to heavy costs. County Commissioner Johnny Adams says each year $20,000 is spent on equipment malfunctions and heavy maintenance costs. Adams says these current 18 sirens have a range of 1 mile, and the county would need about 200 sirens to be effective. Leaders are telling residents to sign up for Warning System Alabama Safety Net. This alert system sends out text messages, phone calls, and emails for warnings. And speaking of the weather, let's get a first check on Alabama's home team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. Hey, Richard, and happy Friday to you.
Hey, to make a good Friday evening, it is getting cold tonight. We've got 32 now in Tuscaloosa. We're going to spend about 10 to 12 hours below freezing before we do warm back up above freezing, I think, during the daytime hours tomorrow. 30 in Birmingham, 29 in Tupelo. In Huntsville, really cold temperatures. In fact, some mid-20s showing up over in the Tennessee Valley already tonight. Clear skies for now, but things are going to change, I think, by tomorrow. Upper level disturbance over parts of Missouri, Nebraska, and Kansas moving our way. And that's bringing a lot of snow to our north. There could be a few flakes across the Tennessee Valley, North Alabama. Around here, just some showers expected. I think temperatures will be too warm for any frozen precipitation around here. In fact, we're talking upper 50s in the Tuscaloosa area by 3 o'clock. But what about your weekend forecast the rest of the weekend? We'll look at that plus a 7-day planner. That's coming up in weather, so stay with us.
All right, thanks, Richard. Officials at Auburn University made a hard decision today. They say the iconic oak trees at Toomer's Corner will be removed. Despite their efforts to save them, university officials say the trees are unlikely to survive in its current condition. Fans will have a final chance to gather around the trees before the removal. University plans to build alternative structures where fans can gather following a win. It is unclear exactly when the trees will be removed. And if you're looking for something to do with your four-legged friend this weekend, we have a suggestion for you. Tomorrow, Tuscaloosa will be hosting its first ever Mardi Paws Pet Parade. Pets of all kinds are encouraged to dress up in their Mardi Gras best with their owners. Proceeds benefit the Benjamin Barnes YMCA, Phoenix House, and Tuscaloosa's One Place. Now, you can keep up to date on Mardi Paws information by liking their Facebook page. But here is a look at some of the details. Registration begins tomorrow at 10 a.m. at Sokol Park. An auction and crowning ceremony of King and Queen is at 11, with the parade kicking off at 11:30. An award ceremony follows the event. For more information, contact Tuscaloosa's One Place at the number there on your screen, 205-462-1000. Welcome back. 10 years ago today, the space shuttle Columbia broke up upon re-entering the Earth's atmosphere, killing all 7 astronauts on board. Columbia was about 210,000 feet in the air in 16 minutes from landing when the spacecraft began coming apart. The search for what's left of the spacecraft ended, but the lessons learned and the memory of Columbia's crew live on. One person in charge of debris preservation says this is also a place NASA workers come, especially the young ones, to feel while failure can't be an option.
When you actually walk amongst Columbia and you talk about the accident and you talk about the lessons learned and how you can do the best job you can do to help prevent this from ever happening again, it's very powerful.
Today, dozens gathered at the 42-foot-high black granite memorial at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The memorial contains the names of the 24 people who were killed on Apollo 1, the Space Shuttle Challenger, the Space Shuttle Columbia, and other training and commercial accidents. Now, good news when it comes to the economy today. The Dow Jones is at its highest point since October 2007. The industrial average hit 14,000. Investors welcome a batch of strong economic data, helping the blue chips hit the milestone. Helping boost the Dow, the economy added 157,000 jobs last month as construction spending rose nearly 1%. The NASDAQ and S&P 500 also saw gains. Outgoing Secretary of State Hillary Clinton turned in her official letter of resignation today and said goodbye to her staff. The former First Lady, Senator, and presidential candidate logged almost 1 million miles in the air since joining the State Department 4 years ago. Clinton says she is now looking forward to getting some rest. Clinton says we live in complex times, but she is not afraid for the future.
I know that the world we are trying to help bring into being in the 21st century will have many difficult days. But I am more optimistic today than I was when I stood here 4 years ago.
John Kerry, who served nearly 30 years in the Senate, stepped down Friday ahead of his swearing in to replace Clinton as Secretary of State. And with the Super Bowl just around the corner, that means many Americans will be filling up on chicken wings. But surprisingly, there has been talks about a chicken wing shortage in the country. WVUA's Marilyn Vaughn stopped by a few local places to check it out.
Yes, absolutely.
No doubt, chicken wings are a popular snack in this country. With everybody trying to reach for a bite this time of year, supply is tighter, prices are higher, and restaurants are feeling the pinch.
When prices go up like this, we do incur a higher cost, but you know, we definitely plan ahead. We watch the market and we watch to see, you know, the direction things are going in, so that we know we can anticipate these kinds of things, so we don't end up with a shortage for our customers.
Local restaurant owners say while the price of chicken may be rising, they're doing everything they can to keep the price the same for customers. Good stuff.
Yes, we are still charging the same price right now. Like I said, these things, you know, they come and go, but we want to make sure that we're giving the same product at the same price to our customers.
Local grocery stores and meat suppliers say the same thing.
Chicken wings is just one item that we have not ever put a markup on.
This time of year, the cost of goods goes up a little bit, but you plan ahead to keep your price stable for the customer.
Wings are popular. Businesses know this and do what they can to keep customers happy.
Everybody eats chicken wings. You've got breaded wings, you've got cut wings, party wings, hot wings, sweet wings, honey wings. I mean, it doesn't matter. You've got them in every way. What restaurant does not have wings on a menu? So that tells you right there, chicken wings is where it's at. Chicken wings.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Marilyn Vaughn, WVUA News.
According to the National Chicken Council, 1.23 billion chicken wings will be eaten over Super Bowl weekend. That's nearly 4 wings for every American.